Good morning, Ms. Delormier. Thank you for joining us today. Ms. Delormier is our on-campus scholarship coordinator, and she's an excellent resource for providing scholarship information. She will guide you through some of the process and how to go about filling out the scholarship form. So could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I work in student services. I'm the assistant to Dr. Ainsworth, the assistant principal. I am also the scholarship coordinator, as you mentioned. I have only been in the program for just over a year, so I'm still kind of learning it. But what I do is I work with over 120 different organizations, groups, local families that are all in businesses that are interested in helping students pay for college and their education going forward after they graduate. So basically what I do is I work with the different groups and coordinate what kind of scholarship they want to give out, what the requirements are, and that type of information. And then I have an application that's online, and then I open it up to the students. And I went out and talked to all the different classes and let you guys know what's going on. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to complete it. It's a Google form. And in there you will go ahead and answer what like a little bit about your background, like where you went to elementary school or middle school, because some of them offer scholarships. There's also what groups or organizations you've been involved with. So if you've been in, say, 4-H or did different sports out in the community or even on school, you go ahead and enter that information. You also let me know kind of what you want to do going forward. So what major you want to go into, where you want to go to college, things like that. And then I take all that information and sort it out and kind of figure out which scholarship you match up with. The biggest thing I wanted to kind of let you guys know about was different little tips. So while that's the process, one of the few things I learned last year was that some of the students were really short in their answers. And since half of the scholarships are chosen by the outside organization, they're complete strangers, and so they don't know who you guys are. And so what I wanted to stress to everyone is that you really need to sell yourself in your answers, because you need to explain to these people just how wonderful you are and what's so great about you. And sometimes that's hard to do. And so my recommendation was a few of the answers are short answer questions, and I would go through, take some time, read them, make a complete answer, and then spell check it, grammar check it, and then most importantly, have someone else read it, because other people are going to know things about you that you might not know about yourself, or be willing to, like, you don't think it's important. Like maybe you're a good leader, a strong listener, you're really helpful, a hard worker. Those are things you might overlook about yourself, but your family, your friends, have your parents look at it, have your siblings, your best friend. Those people are going to realize these things about yourself and say, hey, you left this out and you're great at that. And that's what you need to let these people know, because then they know who you are. And then they're going to say, that's the kid I want to give my money to. That's who I want to help succeed. So those are my biggest tips. I would make sure you do that. The other part about it is that when you go through the process and you guys complete the application, then sometimes they need a second application. And so I'm going to say, oh, hey, you qualify for this, but now there's a paper form you need to fill out. And then I will send you a reminder, but I only send it to you guys once, and then I put it on you guys to do it. You guys are going to be off on your own next year, so you need to be more responsible. And then you come and find me, and I will give you either the paper application or the link, and then you go forward with the next step. I think that's about it for the process. So did you have questions?
Yeah, we have some students that want to attend 2-year or 4-year universities, community or just, standard university.
Okay.
So do you have any recommendations for specific opportunities to those? I know you mentioned your scholarship program. Is there anything else that you would like to add into that? Or?
Sure. So some of them are specific to what type of school you're going to attend. So that's why in there you'll see questions asking which major you want to go into, first choice, second choice, which school you want to attend. And again, it's a first choice and a second choice. You guys are not committing to this when you make that choice. If you change your mind, that's fine. Please let me know by February, because then I can change it on the backside, because some scholarships are specific, some doesn't matter. You can attend a 2-year, a 4-year, a public school, or a private school. Anything that just shows you're furthering your education will work.
And then I know that some kids are not sure if they're going to be going into a trade, or they don't know if college is their route, which is a totally awesome thing because there are many other job outlets out there. Mm-hmm. Do you have any recommendations for people that want to go to a trade school or some other form of education, and they are maybe having a hard time affording that trade school or whatever it is? does FAFSA apply? Are there any other scholarship opportunities that could apply to those? I mean, do you have any recommendations for that?
So the scholarships that we offer, you can also use those for vocational or technical schools. It does not have to be just a college or university. So you can use our internal program as well. Quite a few of the scholarships out there will apply to the same thing. It's as long as you're doing something that goes further in your education. I would definitely do the FAFSA. The FAFSA is a great opportunity for every student, and they should do it, especially because it also helps with grants. As far as specific, I don't know any specific ones for vocational or technical, but there are a lot of opportunities. And if you go on Senior Corner, I'm always listing different scholarship opportunities as I get them. It'll grow after winter break. And so then you will check those out. I always have the deadlines up. And then there's also on Senior Corner on our Napa High website a list of links, and it has different scholarship, like a scholarship website where you go in, you put in your parameters, you know, your background, and then it'll do the searching for you. So if you put in vocational and technical schools, it'll find ones that are specific to that.
Thank you for that information. Is there anything else you'd like to add today before we sign off?
I will let you guys know just a couple statistics that I did tell all the seniors. So our program, as I mentioned, is over 120 donors. Last year, we gave out 310 scholarships to 170 graduating students, and it was $212,000 that we gave out last year. So I would love to be able to give out more scholarships this year. So make sure you apply. If you have any questions, please come see me. I'm always willing to help you guys out. Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. And you'll be able to find this interview on Senior Corner later and on our YouTube channel. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a great day. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.